In this second video in the series, we'll be visiting the village of Who, St Werburgh. This is on the north coast of Kent. Now, much of my early childhood was spent in the village of Who, so should we just have a little look around and see what's about? Four Elms Hill, that's leading up to the Isle of Grain from Medway Towns. The two petrol stations at the top have actually been jet garages as long as I've been driving. Used to go there in an old Mark 1 Escort and fill up the tank for a tenner. Just let that sink in a minute. We used to fill up the entire tank for 10 quid. So this is heading into Who. H-O-O, villages are called Who. Notice how narrow the roads are. This is the main road into the village, and it's like narrower than the street outside my house. So just on the left is my old school, the 100 of Who Comprehensive. On the right we've just passed the swimming pool, which isn't the one I learned to swim in. I could swim by then, but I got banned from there for, well, something. So I got my own back by going into the small little relaxation area, and I got a lion bar out of the vending machine. And there was a little viewing area where you could overlook the swimming pool, so I unwrapped the lion bar and threw it into the pool and everybody had to get out because they thought it was a turd. Oh, fuck. Happy days, eh? Happy days. This is actually called Main Road. The road I'm on is Main Road. Yes, I know. So that shop there is on the corner of Pottery Road. Pottery Road is where my nursery school was. It's not there anymore, but it was a nursery school, and Mrs. Brown was my teacher. Now my mum has actually confirmed this. She looked like the Wicked Witch out of the Wizard of Oz, and one day she said to me that because I was such a little bastard in class, what she was going to do is hold me upside down and shake me till all my teeth and hair fell out. That's a fact. She actually said that to me. So I spent the rest of that day hiding under the table in the class. Imagine that nowadays. I mean, Jesus. Let me just readjust this. So we're coming into the village proper now. These speed ramps, they weren't here. Ridiculous. Like mountains. So just past this scaffolding on the left is what's known as the Institute. It is basically a working man's club. My dad used to go there and hang around with all the reprobates. Oh God, they were as well. They were like proper pikey reprobates. God knows what. Coming into the village. New buses. The buses used to be green. So we're going to go down to the marina, and that's where I spent my childhood. What's this idiot doing? So we'll pick this up again. We're going to go down here, we're going to follow him to the left, and we'll pick this up when we get to the marina. Okay, so we're at the bottom of the road now. The industrial estate in front of me, I had one of my first jobs there. Used to have to cycle from the village I lived in at the time. It wasn't this village. So this is going on to the marina. Now this has changed somewhat since we were here. Somewhat, it's fucking changed a lot.
You kiss your mother with that mouth?
No speed ramps. It's a private estate now, so we're probably going to get thrown off. But what I want to show you is where our caravan was. I can't remember C site. I can't remember where that was, but I think I can remember F site. So let's go around and I'll point out a few things as we get there. Hopefully I can remember. So again, this was like the main road into it. These are all these twin units now and single units, like chalets. They were all caravans, all static caravans. Seaside where we lived before, which I think is somewhere off to our left at the minute, was mobiles. We had an 18, I think it was 18-foot mobile. It was a big one, and then we moved on to F site, which is, I'll tell you what we do first. Let's go down here, Marine Drive, because on the left here, hopefully you can see it, is the shop. Now, there used to be a drain grid outside the shop, and when I had my first bike, I rode it down here. Didn't have a kickstand, so I put the front wheel into the grid, and when I came out of the shop I couldn't get it out, so I pulled the bike, the front wheel came off, still stuck in the grid, so I had to drag my bike and the grid with my wheel in it back to the caravan so my dad could take it out. And I think he sold the grid for scrap metal. I'm not sure. I think he sold it for scrap metal. Wouldn't be surprised. Now this used to actually lead down to the marina. You can see here the masts of the little boats in front of us here. You can't actually get onto the marina because, as like I said, it's actually private now. But it is to the left of us. When we were kids, we used to go out this way and we'd play on the sunken barges at low tide, and that was a lot of fun, if slightly dangerous, because they were basically think of a bathtub. Oh, there's the yacht club on this side. Let me just pull over to like that so you can see it. There's the yacht club building. That hasn't changed actually. Yeah, so the barges were like a bathtub with a thick edge all the way around, and we used to, because they were sunken, they were filled with the mud, so we would basically play in the mud as kids. It's a little bit sad really, isn't it? There's an empty plot. Okay. Coming up to the top, hopefully you saw the trees behind the caravans on the left there. That used to be D site. That was pretty sort of the edge of the caravan site. There was a lot of it, sort of undeveloped space over there. And as kids we used to go playing somewhere around there. I'm not sure where actually around here. I'll have to look it up on a map. Is a small observation post, what they used to call a pillbox, from the Second World War, like a little octagonal concrete box, and we used to stand on top of it, and my mate Brian Parron actually pushed me off it, causing me to sprain both my ankles, so I had to be taken to the hospital for that. So we're coming back down what, as I say, was the main road now. Small road you can see on the right is where we turn down to the shop. we're now going to go left here. God, this is very tight. This is very tight. If I can go left. Oh, look at this. This is really small. Right, this is leading down to F site. The unit right in front of us, 256. I'm pretty sure that's where Winnie's caravan was. Right on the edge here. I'm pretty sure that's where it was. These are all caravans, like I say. So this was F site. I cannot remember where our caravan actually was. It wasn't that far down. We're probably somewhere close to it now. To the right of us was an old guy called Harry. He helped us out a lot. I mean, a lot, especially when we moved to High House, though. And as I say, somewhere down here on our left would have been 47F, green static caravan, which me and my brother did a lot of our growing up in our formative years. There's a picture which I'm going to put up now. This was taken on this road around about 1975. So you're looking at, whoa, what you're looking at there, 50 years ago. That's 50 years ago. And we come out this way, this leads back out. So that was Who Marina. This is where, as I say, we lived. We didn't stay here as a holiday home. This was where we lived. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back up to the village. I'll show you where the pub was, and then we'll head out to High House, though, where we moved in 1976, when we moved from here. So we're back top of Vicarage Lane. If the bloody bus moves out of the way. Everyone's going right, we're going to go left. The brick building in front of us now used to be, actually no, that didn't, it used to be further up. I'll come back to that later. So there on the right is the Checkers. The Checkers is the pub where my dad spent a lot of his time. There's bodies everywhere, what's going on? Also, we did a lot of underage drinking in the Checkers, but don't tell anyone. The church in front of us then was St Werburgh's, where Who gets his name, Who St Werburgh. And I don't know if it showed up on the video actually, but just before the church and on the left was my very first nursery school, which was actually run by the church. It was a religious school, and they weren't very nice people. So now we're going to head back up to the village. We're going to go straight over the crossroads, up Bells Lane, and we're going to head out to High House, though. I don't know if you can make out that bus number. It's a 191, which is, oh, this is not good. It's strange actually, because the bus going to Who used to be the 191. So I guess the bus numbers haven't changed that much. I wonder if the 194 still goes out to High House, though. Maybe that's something I'll have to look up. Again, I want to point out the narrowness of the roads. This is one of the main thoroughfares into the village, and there are cars parked on the left hand side, and God, this is insane. How on earth can you get anywhere? Ridiculous. So this crossroads here now, this is the old Ratcliffe Highway. They've put a new one in just over here by the roundabout. Widened it, made the speed limits better, and basically everyone who hasn't been down here for like 35 years like me gets thoroughly lost now. Oh, wasn't expecting you back so soon. Right, so that was the village of Who St Werburgh. This is where I did my early years growing up. 1976 we moved to the village of High House, though, which is what we're going to look at in the next video, the last of this little trilogy. I will go and look at the nature reserve at Northwood Hill. Very briefly, I have got another video I'm doing about Northwood Hill. so I'll place that. I'll put that up as soon as it's done. So yes, thank you for watching. Press all the appropriate buttons, and we'll see you in the next